Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome into the News 10 Plus Digital Desk. I'm Taylor Gattoni with Nicole Buckman from Studio 10. How are we doing on this Friday Junior?
Good. It's a Friday Junior. It is full of so many different things here, especially in the community. And Studio 10 is just like that, too. It is filled with a little bit of everything. Starting us off, there is a lot of people coming to East Lansing today because there is a relic, which is a part of a bone from a saint, and I know it's hard to explain, but it's a big relevance, especially with the Diocese of Lansing
We
and the
show
Catholic
this
Church.
right now?
Oh yeah, if you have it right here,
Yeah, let me pull this off real quick and we'll show that. There you go.
Yeah, so these are different kinds of relics. So there's a part of a saint's, I believe his forearm, that's been traveling around the state, and it's coming here. So a lot of people are, like thousands of people are expected to come to East Lansing to, pray and to kind of be with it and just kind of experience the history of it all. So Claudia is kind of talking a little bit about that and the importance of it here in the community, because it is a big deal.
Yeah.
And something that old, it's crazy. So we'll go into that. And then also too, we have a very special guest coming on our show. Her name is Dory Bath, and she is the mother of Danny Bath, who unfortunately was taken away from us too soon due to a fatal car crash back in 2021. But what she's doing in his honor is incredible. So today's his birthday,
Aww.
and so she's kicking off with kindness and giving out a vehicle filled with non-perishable items. I know. It's huge. So she's going to be telling a little bit about his legacy, what he's left here, and of course how the community can get involved and be a part of this journey and just spread this kindness. I know. And then too, on Studio 10, we have, little maintenance stuff here and there. It's good to now, you're sitting down and with your little cup of pumpkin spice and you're looking out your window and you want to see the fall colors. But if your window is, nasty looking broken and you're not getting that air in, it's not fun.
No,
and if it's cold. So we're talking to Pella, which is a window and door company, talking about replacing your windows, making sure, what you need to know, designing too. There's so many decisions that go into that. So
I know, there's a lot of options.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of that we're chatting about, as well as sleepovers. So, they call them glamovers because it's more of like a glamping sleepover, and they have some spooky themes for both kids and adults. So we have them coming by. They brought their tent. What is the Jack Skeleton? That's his name, right? From the first the Halloween Nightmare Before Christmas.
I thought you were talking about Lewis for a second. That one.
yes, that is a big trending thing this year.
Oh yeah.
So we'll talk a little bit about that, and then it is technically National Harry Potter Book Day. So we have some fun facts.
Leviosa.
And we will see which house we are sorted into today.
Which one? So you haven't done it yet. You will be doing this.
We will be seeing it. We will have the sorting hat or the sorting Colton on our show today. Basically the same thing. But yeah, I've done it a few times, but it's always fun to see depending on there. But yeah, it's a hoot. And you know what? All the houses are fine, because if I could go to Hogwarts, take me. I don't care what house I'm in.
No, just want to be there.
I know. I feel like there's a little bit of all of the qualities in all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done the quiz a few times. I've showed up with Gryffindor.
Okay.
I've showed up with Slytherin.
Yeah.
And I think maybe Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff. So
Same.
yeah, all of them.
Same.
A little mixture.
Yeah, because Slytherin, they just had some bad apples. But Slytherin in general is like ambitious people.
Risk takers.
Exactly. Kind of want that, right? So anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Balance is key.
Yes, yes, definitely. All right.
So that's fun.
Yeah, that's a little bit of Studio 10 today.
All right. Thank you, Nicole. If you guys want to check it out, coming up at 3 o'clock. So, yep, just over 50 minutes. But, hey, here's where you can go to stay connected with Studio 10, of course. These are their socials. And then if you give me a second, I'm trying to move my box so I can, be as tall as Colton. Here we go with their YouTube little channel right there. So just go to that at WILX Studio 10. Check it out on YouTube. All right, and we've got Colton here. And Colton, kind of a gloomy week. But today, not too bad.
No, and today we actually kind of lucked out a little bit. We've seen some sunshine in the Lansing area especially. If you live in Jackson, you're probably thinking, what sunshine? Because there hasn't been much at all. But there has been some in the Lansing area, and that really did help temperatures push up to 60. So we're sitting at 60 right now in Lansing. So that's a nice change of pace from what we have been seeing as of late. But unfortunately, like it always does, it's going to be ending, and we're going to be seeing some more gloomy weather return. Let's show you satellite radar because zoomed out here to our west, a lot of rain over here into parts of the Midwest, into Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, Nebraska, seeing some rain right now. This is all going to make its way here, so probably by tomorrow night, we're going to have a really nice soaking rain. We kind of have a stalled out frontal boundary, so it's not going to move much. Today, I cannot rule out a stray shower, but I don't think that it's going to be anything widespread. I think that's going to hold off until we get into tomorrow. But looking at the temperatures, you can tell where the sunshine was. 60 in Howell, Owasso, Alma. Lansing was just at 60 degrees, so it's pretty comfortable outside overall. Nice day to have the windows open, I think. But as we move later on into the overnight into tomorrow, rain chances will definitely be increasing. So you can see that here with the hour-by-hour forecast. Again, there's that stray shower chance out there today. I just don't think that's going to be all that much. A lot of the moisture is not here yet, so just a very small chance of seeing that. But then tonight we start to see a few more showers around. I think this model might be a little overdone with when it comes to the amount of rain tonight. But still, there could be a few showers around to start the day on Friday. And really pay attention to what happens tomorrow. A lot of the rain actually stays north of us throughout the day on Friday.
It's like we have a bubble protecting us.
Kind of. So, I'm cautiously optimistic that tomorrow, for the most part, it's going to be dry, especially during the daylight hours of our Friday. However, watch what happens beginning of Friday night.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
our luck runs out. So we see a really wet night Friday night into early Saturday. A soaking rain's expected with this. I will say that overall rainfall amounts have kind of trended down a bit with this, but still looking like a really nice soaking rain Friday night. And then as we get into Saturday, we will see a few showers around. I would not be surprised, too, if there's maybe a thunderstorm or two with this, but severe weather is not expected. But you can see that there will be a few more showers around on Saturday. It's probably going to be one of those days with cloudy skies, maybe some mist. Kind of a gross-looking day overall.
The pattern's interesting right there.
Yeah. So there's just some dry air that gets in here, so that's why we kind of see the rain shut off a little bit for Saturday. But I don't think it's permanent. I think we'll see a few more showers later in the day. But by the time we get into Sunday, Monday of next week, I think our rain chances will drop off. But it'll be more of a lake effect rain chance.
So what will that mean, Colton?
So the lake effect setup that we're going to have heading into Sunday and Monday, it's not going to be like what we saw last weekend. This one, the wind is actually going to be coming in from the north. So that's not we're not in a good spot for that because we don't have a great lake that's north of us until you get up to Lake Huron, near Mackinac City. So we don't really, too far. So we won't see a ton of that. But it's still possible that we see a few showers. If the wind changes direction any which way, we could see a few more of those. I think our friends in the thumb, over on the east side of the state probably have the best chance because they have all of Lake Huron that they're south of, so that's the better chance of seeing some rain heading into the weekend. This is a brand new update with our expected rainfall totals, and you can see I showed you this earlier this morning on News 10 Today at 11, but this has definitely gone up. So we're trending about an inch, maybe two in some spots. Colors. So it's going to be a really nice soaking rain for us, and we've already seen a pretty wet month as is, so we're going to be adding to that in a big way heading into tonight, or I should say tomorrow night, and heading into Saturday. So there's the rain chances. Again, I have tomorrow at a 60% chance, but I think most of the daylight hours are okay. It's not until late in the day on Friday, and then Saturday definitely looks like a wet, gloomy, gross day outside. And then we'll keep those low-end chances for Sunday into Monday. So here's the weekend. 50 is it on Saturday. So
feeling chilly.
That means we'll be stuck in the 40s for most of the day with some on and off rain. It's also going to get kind of windy around here, too. We're going to have some wind gusts, possibly up to around 30 miles per hour. So it's going to be a windy day on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I took rain mostly out of the forecast, but again, that stray lake effect shower chance is still there. 52 on Sunday. I don't think we're going to see a ton of sunshine this weekend. So fall.
Yeah, very fall-like weather right there.
That's all I can say about that. And then looking at the 10-day temperature trend, again, average highs in the lower 60s. We're just not going to see anything like that. Today's the warmest day, and then even into next week, we're still remaining below normal with highs in the upper 50s. One thing to point out, though, that I have not mentioned, tomorrow is our last sunset at 7 p.m. So
oh, no.
we will go to all sunsets before 7 p.m.
That's disgusting.
after tomorrow, yeah. So
I just feel like you get so tired, obviously, because
well, and the thing about it is that in a couple of weeks we fall back.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so early November we fall back, so
Okay.
that's not too far away either. So that's just going to make it feel,
Even worse,
you know,
to put it lightly.
the super dark days are coming as we fall back. Coming up.
I'm not ready.
No, I think it's 2 weeks from this weekend that we fall back.
Okay.
I'd have to
Check
double
this.
check
Hold
that.
up. Let's see.
Yeah, November 5th.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. That's not 2 weeks.
Wait.
We need a map.
Much time do we have?
So we're just looking.
1, 2,
So
3.
it's 3
A little
weeks.
over 3 weeks.
Yeah, so 3 weeks from this weekend is when we fall back. Time's flying.
That's when we gain an extra hour.
We get an extra hour of sleep that initial night, but that means our sunsets move forward an hour. So I'm talking about how our sunsets are going to go to the 6 o'clock hour coming up this weekend. So when we fall back, we'll be into the 5 o'clock hour.
There we go.
So
The cold is one thing, but then you take away the sun, and it's just not a good combination.
But keep in mind too, though, that our sunrises will then be an hour earlier. So like it'll be
you can wake up
a
easier.
little bit brighter when you're going into work, which I personally like. I like this time of year. It's really dark driving into work. I normally leave around 8, and it's still not fully light out yet.
And your body's still waking up. You're like,
Right. So I like the light early in the day, but the sunsets. It's tough because you get home and it's dark, and you're just like, okay, my day's done. We can't really do much.
time to go to bed, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not all doom and gloom tomorrow. I think next week we could see a little bit of sunshine. Middle part of next week looks okay. We may see some partly cloudy skies around here, which will be a nice change of pace. And overall, the weather pattern next week does not support a lot of rain. So it's going to be a bit drier. It's just going to be kind of cooler than average. What's interesting, too, I didn't put it in here, but our low temperatures are not that bad either. The reason for that is because we've had cloudy skies at night. So we have not had a perfectly clear night with low wind to allow our temperatures to drop down in a big way. We just haven't seen that yet.
So the clouds are like a nice little blanket.
A nice blanket. So we have not seen a freeze. We have not seen a really hard frost yet this year, which is pretty incredible. It's actually a little bit behind normal, even though we've been seeing cool temperatures.
And you and I were talking about, because there hasn't been a frost yet, allergies.
Allergy season. Yeah, allergy season sticking around a bit longer this year because we haven't seen the frost kill off some of those allergens that are in the sky, so we haven't seen that yet. So
And with all the rain coming down, you get some mold, and that's just
right.
not fun.
So that's why you want a frost or a freeze. But also to note too, the National Weather Service did say that the growing season is going to be ending on October 15th.
Okay.
So that's what's going to be happening. Normally they end that earlier because we get a frost or a freeze, but we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
So
a couple more days.
yeah, so climatologically speaking, October 15th is going to be the end of the growing season.
All right, well, there we go. Thank you, Colton.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to add?
No, I feel like I added in a whole bunch of extra facts there at the end, but
If you want any more, here's where you can go. Download the First Alert Weather app for any of those changes in the showers. And if you have any weekend plans, you go to a cider mill, anything like that, you can track all the rain there.
Well, and it's super useful as we get into the winter season here soon. It has road conditions and things like that in there as well. So very useful any time of year, whether it's the summer weather or the winter weather. It's a fantastic thing, and it's free. So download it today.
All right, thank you, Colton. Like Colton said, WILX Weather for free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. You can get it right there. Now, right now, I am going to pull up what you can expect during our 90 minutes of news today. Starting with first at 4, we have NASA astronaut dust. So if you were with us at News 10 today at 11, you heard a little bit about it, but we're going to share more on how some of these dust elements, or the dust, are showing some elements that helped create life on Earth, which is pretty cool. Coming up on News 10 at 5, Lansing Community College's former provost, Dr. Jennifer Wimbish, will discuss her book, Leadership Wisdom for All Generations. Coming up on News 10 at 5:30, an update on a deadly crash in Ionia County. And we're learning more about the man who died. Coming up on News 10 at 6, Riley Connell is at an East Lansing church where a very rare and very unusual Catholic relic dating back to ancient Rome is making a stop as part of a U.S. tour. And you heard Nicole Buckman from Studio 10 talk about that a little bit, so they'll have that in Studio 10 just a touch. We'll talk about it more coming up in News 10 at 6 with Riley Connell. We are going to send it out to our reporters in the field right now so you know what they have coming up today. During our 90 minutes of news, we're going to send it to Amaya, Tanaya, and Aaron.
Today, I'm talking about Social Security benefits and how they're going to be increasing moving into 2024. I'll have more on that story later in our 90 minutes of news, so make sure you stick around. But for now, Tanaya, over to you.
Thanks, Amaya. 15-year-old Lamar Kemp was charged as an adult after fatally shooting Ted Lawson in Lansing. I spoke to community members who gave their reaction on the charges. I'll have that story coming up today on News 10 at 6. For now, over to you, Aaron.
I'm Erin Bowling, and today I'm in Sparrow's Mobile Health Clinic, where they are offering free breast exams for anybody who might need them. They have some additional dates coming up for this event, so I'll walk you through what the appointment is like in our 90 minutes of news later today.
All right, thank you, Amaya, Tanaya, and Aaron, for what you have coming up during our 90 minutes of news. We do have Justin Kent here with us at the News 10 Plus desk, and Justin, you're following something that we've all been following for a few weeks now, 3 weeks?
Yeah, quite a while now. UAW workers, they escalated things again last night. It was around 6:30 p.m. and they had 8,700 workers walked out of a truck plant in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
So it was after a meeting that happened. Ford was supposed to be meeting with President Shawn Fain. They met. They said that they had the exact same offer that they presented 2 weeks ago, or this is according to Shawn Fain, of course. And he said after they presented the same thing, he got on the phone and had those workers walk out of a very big, profitable truck plant out there. So, yeah, escalations. I talked to a UAW worker today. He said morale is actually pretty high out there at the picket lines, but they are concerned because he doesn't see an end to this anytime soon. Now, we're not sure. It looked like there was progress last week. They called off. There was no strikes, but there is supposed to be another announcement this Friday, 10 o'clock in the morning. So we'll see how that works.
Coming up tomorrow. I actually had a friend who's down in Kentucky right now, and he did a little story and posted something where he saw some of the strikers, and I was like, oh, we have Justin actually talking about that. So I was like, there you go.
There it is.
Yep. Anything else you want to add, Justin?
Nothing else right now. Well, you'll have to tune in at 5 o'clock and check out that story. We'll have that coming to you.
All right, News 10 at 5. Thank you, Justin, and you can find more there. I also want to show one more thing. Here we go. It is our You're Not Alone mental health series. We've shown it time and time again, but I do want to show it, of course, again right now. As you heard Colton mentioning, it's getting darker out, and so some of that seasonal depression or seasonal affective disorder is what it's also called, can kind of take a toll on your mood. And whether it's just, you're going through that seasonal affective disorder, or maybe you're facing anxiety, depression, stress, whatever it may be, there are resources available to you. So if you need a counselor, if it's family counseling, if it's just for you, behavioral, anything like that, you can go scan that QR code on the right side of your screen for more resources. These resources span across Lenawee County, Shiawassee, Jackson, Ionia, Eaton, Ingham. I'm sure there's a few more listed on there as well that I can't remember off the top of my head, but go ahead and scan that QR code. It will pull up a list of resources. And again, whether that's for you, someone you know, or maybe a coworker or just a stranger on the street, you can go and help them there. So again, You're Not Alone mental health series throughout News 10, both on air and online. We've also been presenting different stories throughout our community, talking to different community members who are going through more of a challenging time, but taking action to help others in our community. So there you go. If you also need a Lifeline chat number, that is 988-988 is a good number that you want to call for more information. Until then, everyone, we hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. Have fun out there.